Hello, hello. Thank you guys for tuning in and welcome to Inspiring You Live with me, your girl, Kim C. Shaw, People Champion. I totally hope that you guys are getting a great start to 2022. Welcome to session 3 and our first session for the new year. I pray you guys had an amazing holiday season with your families, your friends, your loved ones. If you are tuning in for the very first time, thank you again and welcome. And if you were on my last 2 sessions, welcome back and thank you as well. And I hope you told somebody. So today is the third segment of my first series on personal development. In this series, we really talk about how we can improve ourselves. I'm sharing on self-leadership. As I shared previously, in order for us to be great leaders and great within ourselves, leading our lives, we first have to be great at leading ourselves. So just what is self-leadership? Self-leadership is the practice of intentionally influencing your thinking, your feelings, your actions, all of this towards meeting your life's objectives and your life's goals. So, I always say so. As always, if what I'm sharing today really resonates with you, and I hope it does, I'd love for you to continue tuning into my weekly broadcast and invite someone else or a whole bunch of folks that you think could benefit from what I'm sharing. Now, let's go ahead and dig in. To recap, self-leadership puts together responsibilities for our outcomes, setting direction for your life, and having the right tools to manage all those priorities in doing that. Self-leaders are all at all levels. They're not just within organizations. They're entrepreneurs like myself as well. You have your frontline people, you have your middle managers, your frontline managers, your CEOs, entrepreneurs. And even if you're self-employed, you still have to do well at leading yourself. Self-leadership is pure commitment to you. It is to you because at the end of the day, what you do is going to be either I'm satisfied with my life or I have regrets and I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And we're not going to do that. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I created this live series to help us internalize 4 key characteristics, or I call them pillars also, of self-leadership. These pillars are going to help you make meaningful choices while taking action to get where you want to go in life. As a quick reminder, if you hadn't joined last week, I'm going to give quick reminders. You are going to, here are your 4 pillars. I'm doing this technology thing, so bear with me. Your 4 pillars. The first one is knowing who you are. Knowing who you are. And what does that mean? That means that this is what we believe in. This is what we believe in, what's important to us, and our goals in life. Who you are. This is all wrapped up. The next one is knowing what we do. That's our behaviors, our motivators, our inspiration, things that drive us to do what it is that we do. The third one is knowing what we need to learn. That's one of my favorites because it's always the only way you're going to grow is if you seek to learn and if you actually purposefully and intentionally open up the book to knowledge. That's identifying your learning points. What are they? What are you still missing? Where are your gaps? Setting up those learning plans for growth. You could know about something, but don't have a plan to go out there and get it. You have to set up learning plans for growth and self-development. That's why you're on this call. That's why you're on this broadcast. I believe that's why you joined, and I'm happy to see you. The next one is using what you know. Using what we know. And that's building on what you need to learn, building those beneficial habits to support the pillars, and also creating that environment, that setting for you to be successful. When working through the pillars, there are definitely certain actions that we can take to give us a higher propensity for success. And this is kind of where I left off last week. So we're going to jump right in. The first one, knowing who you are, is we're talking about creating that personal statement. Remember, creating that personal vision statement. As great self leaders, we need to know what we want from life and to have that plan to get there. You think about this like a pyramid, like a pyramid. So you have the pyramid, and at the foundation of your pyramid, you are going to create your personal vision, right? Your personal vision. Where do you want to see yourself? Where do you want things to end up being 20, 30 years from now in your retirement? Where do you want to see yourself? Where do you want to see your life, your plans, right? So that is your personal vision. The next, you're going to actually create 5 to 10 year goals. Your 5 to 10 year goals are going to be the tools, is going to be your drive and your motivation that's going to be from based on your foundation, which is your vision, right? Your personal vision. Next, you have your 1 to 2 year goals. Everything is cascading. Remember the foundation, 5 to 10 year goals. Next is your 1 to 2 year goals. I think I have some comments. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Marlena. Good afternoon, Martha. So glad of you to join. Awesome. Good seeing you ladies here. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Oh my gosh. Popping in. Love it. Love it. Thank you guys. The next one we have is your weekly or monthly goals. Again, starting at that personal vision, that foundation, your 5 to 10 year goals, your 1 to 2 year goals, and then your weekly goals. Now, when you have your weekly goals and your weekly and monthly task lists or those weekly goals, planners are great for that. And I shared this planner in the last session, and I don't know if you can see it. Yes. This is called the Lady Boss Motivate Entrepreneur Planner. This planner was actually created by my partner, and it's blurry. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the Lady Boss. It's available on Amazon. It's available on Walmart.com, but it is great. And I swear, but I don't swear, but I really rely on my planner to keep my life straight, to keep things going. At the very top is your daily task list. So your daily task list or the actions, these are going to be the actions that you're going to implement each and every day to work into your weekly and monthly, work into your 1 to 2, your 5 to 10, and then your personal vision. Again, all going based on that pyramid we talked about. Now, how do you get there? How do you get there? You just jump right in? Of course not. There are 3 steps that I think are really helpful in building the personal vision that could look pretty simple, but everything looks simple when we don't do it. Would you agree? I do. How do you identify your values? How do you identify those things? The first step is in starting that personal vision is identifying your values. What are your values? So I wrote here, and I hope you guys can see this. I have on here, and this is just a list. When I say your personal values, this slide reflects some general and common values that people have. A whole bunch of them on here that I have, but I had to narrow it down. You choose 10. This is a quick hit. This is not something that we're going to lament on, but I just put this up here for a visual for you so I can give you an idea of how this looks. You choose 10 that are most important to you as a person. Usually I have like 40 or 50 of them when I'm doing a formal course, but you pull out those 10 that are really important. That means that those values are going to come into play both when you're at work and when you're at home, when you're at play, whatever you're doing. This is life's values. You can actually use this to customize the wording that I have here or even add to the list. So these are some of the things that are important to you. You use 10. Now, I want you to have this important note. We cannot focus on too many things at one time and really remain effective which is essential to us as self leaders or to someone who's building their self leadership ability. You look at the 10 values that you selected and select the 5 that are really, really important to you, that are most important to you. 5 and 5 only. Then you're going to cross out the other 5. This right here is a challenge. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for signing in. This is a challenge. This can be a challenge. Why? Because we always like, oh my gosh, this is important to me. Oh, that's important to me. This is important to me. Everything is important, but you're drilling down. Remember, you're focusing on what's really, really important. The next thing I want you to do is you're going to take that list of 5 and you're going to reduce those down to just 3 values. These 3 values are the things that are at your very core. It took a while for this, and I've changed it and moved it and changed it, but that's what happens. You cross out the other 2, you put circles around the 3 items that are at your core. So you have these values. So what are they? What do they mean to you? How do you define what they are? You outline what success looks like for each of those values. What is it going to look like for each of those 3 values? What does success look like? So I provided some examples. These are actually mine. For example, for me, one of my values is really important because I know when I'm not this way, I get antsy. I don't like the way I feel. For me, being productive means feeling good about what I've accomplished at the end of the day. A value for me is being productive, really being productive. I'm sure I got that from my mama, but you get up, you do what you got to do, you be productive, and you have a result at the end of the day. Awesome. The second one that's a value to me and really important to me is it's important for me to make enough income to provide me with the things that I really need, the things that I want, also to set funds aside for the big purchases that come along, cars, refrigerators, different things like that. Traveling is a favorite, and then also in my golden years. I think I'm always going to still be doing something, even in my golden years. I'm always going to be busy because I have to be productive. You know what I mean? I have to be doing something. The next one, my third one, is feeling excited and stimulated by life. Yes, I love roller coasters. I love doing fun stuff. I am just always over the top.com, as you can see. However, that's my high I and my high E. I'm a super extroverted person, but I need to feel challenged also in my life. If I feel like I'm getting too complacent, that gets me antsy. I need to feel a challenge. I like overcoming new problems and having new experiences. So I don't like being bored, as you can see. Now, the step 3 for this is putting it all together. Finally, what you want to do is you want to bring those 3 statements together into one paragraph. You may feel, of course, like I shared previously, the need to go back and reevaluate those values because your priorities might have changed. There's a lot of different things that can go on that can make you reestablish or reevaluate. It is okay for you to rework some sentences to create what's meaningful to you, because it's yours. It's nobody else's. This is you. This is the life that you're going to be living. And this is the one that you're going to say, okay, well done. I'm ready, Lord. I did everything that we planned to do. Above all, this should be a reflection of your innermost thoughts and that roadmap for how you would like to conduct your life. Now, again, my example, in my life, I would like to get the most out of each day by being as productive as possible. For me, being productive means feeling good about what I've accomplished at the end of the day. When I write my stuff in my planner, the things that I want to write, the things that I want to do, check them off. If I haven't completed it, start over the next day. These are the things that I have accomplished at the end of the day. It's important to me to do this in a way that allows me enough income that I feel secure and able to do the things or get the things that I both need and I want. It's also important for me to love what I'm doing, to have fun with what I'm doing, which is why I do what I do. As well, I need to feel challenged in my life. Challenged is, yeah, learning new stuff, learning for me new stuff like this whole uh, new streaming stuff. This is fun. I'm having a blast learning it. I agree, Gina. Thank you so much. I agree. And then I like to overcome new problems and having new experiences. These things are really important. Boom. There you go. It don't stop there though, guys. It's a great start. So then how am I going to do all those things? This again, it just doesn't happen by osmosis. There's some action that comes behind that. Now we need to set some goals. We need to set some goals. And that will be, we're going to certainly discuss how to set goals. If you're new to setting goals, there's a method to the madness. There's a whole lot of things that we can do to set goals. But the goal in setting a goal is to take those action steps to accomplish those goals. And in our very next episode of Self Leadership, we're going to talk about some goals. I told you I wasn't going to keep you long. What an awesome time I had sharing with you guys today in this short session. If you were able to glean some nuggets from my session today on self-leadership, or even use this information to help someone else, excellent, to help you grow, to help someone else grow. That's what I want you to do. I want you to share it. Help someone else. This is what we're here to do. Please be sure to tune into my next session for more on self-leadership, where I'm going to dig in deeper each week. We're going to take it to the next level next week. We're going to have some fun. I might even have some music in the background, stuff like that. I just love doing this stuff. As with many other entrepreneurial organizations, this is a quick PSA. My company, Inspiring You, I thrive and I grow best by word of mouth. If you can share me, guys, please don't keep me a secret. If you're experiencing or if you're enjoying your experience with me, please don't keep me a secret. Like I just said, share. Share with 3 to 5 businesses, people, anybody who you believe would benefit from my expertise. And as always, I'm here for your support. I'm here to support you. You can DM me, email me, contact me anyway. Also, remember, follow me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on all of those. You can to learn more about what I do and how I can help you and or your organization. I do organizations. Also, be sure to visit www.inspiringyou.world to review my many resources for personal professional development and enrichment, and also to book your complimentary leadership assessment and discovery session so we can see what we can do to work together to shoot you to the top, bring you to the next level. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Good afternoon. Sheila, thank you so much. Marlena, thank you, sis. Patrice, thank you so much. Gina, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. And you have a wonderful rest of your day and the rest of your week. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you next Wednesday.